Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Christine Brown's startling choice to leave Kody was years in the making. It wasn't just a breakup. It was a full-fledged public admission that Kody's leadership had failed. His partiality for Robyn had gone too far, and the emotional mistreatment his wives had long endured had now become unbearable. For years, viewers witnessed Christine's fight to be acknowledged, appreciated, and respected by Kody. He rejected her concerns, ignored her, and treated her as if she were a distant relative rather than a partner. When Christine eventually confronted Kody about no longer seeking intimacy in their relationship, his chilling response, "I'm not interested in having an intimate relationship with you anymore," was the last straw. That moment, characterized by chilly silence and emotional detachment, revealed the emotional gulf that had been between them for years. It wasn't just a private marital issue. It was the dismantling of the plural marriage ideal that Kody had previously espoused. Christine's departure was about more than just her. It was about every Brown woman who had ever been pushed aside in favor of Robyn. The repercussions of that moment shocked the family and split fans. Some lamenting the death of the Brown dream, others celebrating Christine's long-awaited liberation. The second most explosive moment, and probably the most heartbreaking display of familial breakdown, came when Janelle Brown held firm and clashed with Kody in an encounter that viewers will never forget. For years, Janelle had been the family's quiet strength, practical, dependable, and fiercely independent. But even Janelle has limitations. The breaking point came during the 2020 pandemic, when Kody's rigid, possibly paranoid household rules began to divide him from his older children, particularly Janelle and Christine. Janelle rejected when Kody demanded complete obedience and loyalty, suggesting that family members choose between seeing their children and being a part of his bubble. "I'm not going to tell my kids they can't come over for Christmas," she said, her voice trembling with grief but firm in defiance. How did Kody respond? He accused Janelle of disloyalty and disrespect. That scene, which featured pointed fingers, rising voices, and seething wrath, highlighted Kody and Janelle's complete breakdown in communication and shared beliefs. It was not just a disagreement, it was war. Janelle, who had previously supported Kody's goal for poly-family unity, was now emotionally detached and enraged. And while she did not go as quickly as Christine, the harm was obvious. Their link had been ruptured, and the awkward tension in each subsequent scene between them was palpable. Fans surged online, applauding Janelle as a hero while criticizing Kody for his dishonest, control-driven conduct. The moment revealed a stark reality. The Brown family was not only divided, but also at odds with itself. But the third, and probably most revealing, moment of deep-rooted animosity occurred during the highly anticipated season 17 and 18 tell-all episodes, when every family member, including Robyn and Kody, took off their masks. In a chamber intended for healing, forgiveness, and truth-telling, viewers saw more dodging, defensiveness, and startling emotional distancing. Robyn cried again, but it wasn't enough to keep her from feeling the other wives' growing animosity. Christine scarcely glanced at her. Janelle sat rigid and frustrated. And Meri? She appeared to be a woman who was well aware that the writing was already on the wall. But the true explosion occurred when Kody struck out, not at his ex-partners, but at his own children. Kody's animosity and incapacity to self-reflect were exposed when he called them disrespectful, disloyal, and accused them of taking sides. When questioned by host Sukanya Krishnan why the family had fractured, he blamed everyone else but himself. That moment, watching a once proud parent throw his own children under the bus, was the ultimate betrayal. It revealed why his relationships were collapsing. There was no accountability, no empathy. There is no leadership. Only rage, pride, and pain masked as control. The tell-all was more than simply an interview. It was an emotional autopsy of a fractured family. What about the tension? You could slice it with a knife. These three events, Christine's departure, Janelle confronting Kody about their children, and the awful truths of the tell-all, form the foundation of the Brown family's demise. Each one revealed what fans had thought for a long time. This family is no longer unified, loving, or functional. And while Cody and Robin continue to portray themselves as victims of abandonment and treachery, the actual story, the one fans can't forget, is that the tension wasn't unexpected. It was formed over years of neglect, favoritism, shattered trust, and emotional manipulation. What viewers are seeing right now is simply the ultimate result. The last acts, the aftermath, and what happens next. That is the most unsettling element of all. Will Cody ever accept accountability? Will Robin ever confess that her presence has thrown the entire family dynamic into chaos? Will Janelle continue to distance herself from the dysfunction? Will Christine's happiness be a light for the others to ultimately emerge from the toxic storm? One thing is certain. Those 3 minutes did not just depict tension. They defined it. They will be remembered as the moment when the Brown family stopped pretending and began disintegrating in front of the public. The masks are gone, the gloves are off, and the tension? It is now a permanent part of Sister Wives history. The fallout of those 3 shocking moments has not only left an indelible mark on the Brown family dynamic, but it has also profoundly altered how Sister Wives is seen as a show. What began as a documentary-style reality series espousing the ideas of multiple marriage, a love should be multiplied, not divided mantra, has evolved into a raw, emotionally charged story of broken relationships, favoritism, and simmering bitterness. And it all comes back to the intense tension displayed during those key moments. But the story did not end with Christine's departure, Janelle's rebellion, or the tell-all's emotional breakdown. It progressed. And what it has turned into is a lesson in how unresolved conflict can destroy not only marriages, but entire families. Following Christine's tragic farewell, which TLC filmed in breathtakingly personal detail, fans saw her glow like never before. Her laughter, confidence, and tranquility after leaving Cody served as both a light for viewers and a terrible indictment of the marriage from which she had just left. She was not simply surviving, she was thriving. She started dating again, fell in love with David Woolley, and finally remarried. Meanwhile, Cody was left stuttering, switching between narratives, calling Christine's departure a betrayal, believing she was unfaithful, and accusing her of poisoning the children against him. This was more than just an emotional response. It was a deliberate projection. Instead of addressing the reasons Christine felt unwanted and undervalued, he classified her behaviors as an attack. This caused even more conflict, particularly among the children, who saw their mother suddenly free of what they considered as years of emotional deprivation. Then came Garrison and Gabriel, Janelle's sons, who openly questioned Cody's parenting. Their emotional breakdowns during critical episodes, particularly Gabriel's tears after Cody neglected his birthday, sent shockwaves through the fandom. It wasn't just a story anymore. It was heartbreak in real time. Fans rallied behind the lads, and Cody's decision to prioritize Robin's children over maintaining relationships with his older children confirmed many suspicions. There were clear favorites, and the original children bore the emotional cost. Janelle, who had long kept the family together logistically and emotionally, could no longer justify Cody's actions. Her clash with him, particularly around the holidays, was a declaration of war. She was done being the peacekeeper. Sister Wives actually shifted from a polygamy-themed show to a drama about a man whose world was shrinking as a result of his own choices. As if the drama between Christine, Janelle, and Cody wasn't enough, Mary Brown's long-awaited reckoning added to the tension. Her relationship with Cody had been emotionally dead for years, following the catfishing debacle and his public indifference in rekindling anything romantic. But they weren't expecting Cody to be so brutally honest. He informed Mary directly that he no longer considered them married.